2023, over 7,000 lives were lost to suicide in the UK, a 7% increase on the previous year and the highest rate seen since 1999. Familiar trends still persist, with men 3 times more likely to die by suicide than women.
I feel, unfortunately, and the numbers sadly bear this out, we still, I think, have a societal oppression almost of men being able to say out loud, I'm not actually doing so well.
And people in the most deprived areas facing almost double the suicide risk compared to those in the least deprived.
Those folk who are, in the most deprived percentages of our society have a much heightened risk to suicide than those people who are living in the top echelons of our society. And we also know that people that face other disadvantages, such as folk who live with disabilities, are more likely to be at risk of poor mental health, suicidality, etc. People who live with autism, for example. So we know that for people who are in groups that are already disadvantaged, that there is a double whammy, if you like, of layers. And because, of course, what we also understand is that, it isn't singular, is it? So, you might have somebody, for example, who is, living, in economic hardship, who is also living with a disability. So it's multi-layered.
The highest rates were among those aged 45 to 64. But for young people aged 20 to 34, suicide was the leading cause of death in 2023, accounting for nearly a quarter of all deaths in that age group. With around 14 deaths per 100,000, rates of suicide in the UK sit at over twice the global average. All of this sits against a backdrop of wider mental health challenges. In England, diagnosis of common conditions like depression and anxiety have risen from 17.6% in 2007 to 22.6% in 2023, while lifetime self-harm has nearly doubled. And these statistics aren't just numbers.